Sing. Go ahead and sing.
Sing what?
The song that you started to sing the last show when it stopped recording or I didn't press the button or whatever. We just recorded or didn't record 7 great minutes.
You a dummy. That's my song today.
It's beginning to look.
Oh, that one, yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like ineptitude. Working on the board.
Yeah, man, it's tough. So hey, we're back. We're back. It's good. It's good to see you.
We were back 7 minutes ago. It's good to see you.
Well, now we're back and better than ever.
Are we? Are we really?
I guess.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Thanks everyone for still listening to this show, even though we haven't been on for a month. And
it's on us.
Yeah, it's on us. It's on us. Been playing a lot of that baseball video game.
Well, look. Now let's be very honest here. There's been a lot going on. I had campaign season.
You won re-election.
Thank you. Hey, you got the buttons right in this show.
Yep.
Thank you. Happy and proud to serve. But my concern is we haven't had a lot of time to ourselves. So when we have had time, we've sat down and we played through the playoffs.
Yep.
And won the World Series.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. On the hardest level you can play on the game.
Absolutely.
And you won MVP of the league.
Yeah, best season of all time. That was great.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So
even the video game said something along the lines of, "You couldn't play this well in a video game." I was like, "Oh, that's meta."
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
When a video game references itself as being a video game,
right.
Yeah, there you go.
You were Triple Crown winner.
There you go. By 411 average, 84 home runs, 200 plus ribbies. That
outstanding.
It was amazing. It was a good time.
But now we as we got to the end of that, we rebuilt the next season of our own softball team.
Yes.
And put those guys into the game. Now it's a collection of guys we play with now, and who we have played with in the past.
It's our all-time team, past and present.
Together.
Yes. Yeah. You.
So none of the
you continually remind me like there were some amazing people when you were just an embryo.
Well, I was not on the podcast, so it's fair to talk about it now.
Yes.
There were some great all-time players since I put this team together.
Yep.
That we've left off here, which it's too bad because they're really amazing players that would do really well in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, you and I have started this new season, and some of that excitement of getting into the playoffs, getting the World Series, and starting this new season have now
superseded the show. We made a rule.
I did.
We're not gonna play a video game once a week. We'll record a show. We can't play the show until
you made that rule.
We record a show. Yeah.
So no, and it's funny because it's not that I don't want to do the show. I think it is a little bit of addiction to that game, and we want to play baseball because we love baseball.
Dude, video game addiction's a thing.
It is a thing.
Right. The football player that was that was cut. I forget who it was, but there was someone who was cut. I think it was on the Colts, right? Who was playing too much Call of Duty and didn't show up. Did you skip a game or something? I don't know.
Practice.
Practice. Look, video game addiction is as real as crack addiction and almost as bad.
Well, addiction is addiction, no matter how you look at it. But
okay, is a video game addiction as bad as a crack addiction?
No.
Is a video game addiction as bad as a masturbation addiction?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Is a video game addiction as bad as a gambling addiction?
No.
What if you're gambling on the video game?
Possibly.
If you're gambling on a video game, that you are a degenerate. That's worse. If you are gambling on a video game.
So there was when I was in the football world. We had a guy who played with us down in Orlando named Quinn Pitcock. Stop it. So Quinn played at Ohio State. He was phenomenal football player. I think he was like a 3rd or 4th round pick. High pick. I could be wrong on that. You can look that up later. And let me know.
I'm trusting your memory here.
But his rookie year, he saw playing time, legit playing time with the Indianapolis Colts. He was playing for the Colts, and he got addicted to Call of Duty.
This is the guy.
Yeah, Quinn Pitcock.
This is the guy, Quinn Pitcock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Quinn stopped going to practice because he was too tied up in playing Call of Duty. Yeah. So massive career in front of him. Defensive lineman.
Yeah.
And again, as a rookie, you're getting playing time. I mean, that's pretty great as a starter.
Yeah, that's not...
I think he started like 12 games or 8 games or something. It was great.
Oh, it was that deep into the season.
No, he for the year, he played the first year, really, just about the whole year.
Whew.
And he stopped going to practice because he was playing Call of Duty. He ended up losing a job that was about an $800,000 a year job and ended up playing arena football.
Which is not...
where he got about $800 a week.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, the guy was talented. He was very good. And I had a couple of great in-depth conversations with him about, the severity of the addiction and not being able to get away from the game. And how important that was. And he tried to make a good run. He had some injuries after that, and he tried to make a run with San Francisco and never got back up to the bigs. But how amazing is that had that much power? And it was the first...
Video games.
Yeah. It was the first time that's been documented as a video game addiction that cost someone a job.
That's insane. I mean, I understand, like Josh Gordon, right?
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Pot. He loved to get high.
It happens.
Yeah. And I don't blame him. I love to get high, too. Sometimes I get high playing video games. Sometimes I get high drinking iced tea. Right?
And look, I think the important thing for Quinn is he acknowledged it, he found it, he got help, and he got his life back on track.
Oh, but that's some good iced tea.
It is some good
That's
iced tea.
some good iced tea. Some good old-fashioned Dunkin'.
So I think the whole point is you find something that brings you joy. That's great.
Yep.
Be it drugs or whatever it is, you can cause some serious problems.
That's great.
But you acknowledge that's what it is, and you find it elsewhere. And I know some great friends of mine who have faced addiction and have gotten through that, and that's a very deep topic for us to get into on this show because the bar is low on this show.
So speaking of joy, you're starting to look a lot like Santa Claus because the season is nigh.
'Tis the season.
You're wearing this awesome shirt.
Thank you.
This Christmas Story fudge shirt.
Fudge.
So it looks like there's fudge both on the outside and inside of your shirt.
Aw.
Right now.
Aw. You called me fat.
So, well, yes. So how it's kind of funny because I know, like, typically during a normal season, and we make, like, videos for kids and stuff like that. It's one of the things that we do.
SantaClausCompany.com.
SantaClausCompany.com. If you're listening to the show and you want a really cool gift, like, it's like Cameo, but way better.
It's from the real Santa.
It's from the real Santa Claus. You eat a lot of cookies.
Well, we have to.
Yes.
When taking the shoots.
Yes. Now, sometimes I feel bad about this because it's like, all right, time to drink a gallon of milk and eat an entire roll of cookie dough in an hour.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, but somebody's got to do it.
It is, yeah.
And let me tell you, it is. We did one this year where it was like a half gallon of milk.
Yeah.
And you kept me like, all right, chug that again. Okay, chug it again. Okay, fill it up and chug it. And and it wasn't like I had 10 minutes or 15 minutes between each one. It was like 2 minutes. Okay, chug another. And we didn't use that cut.
No.
That was just torture.
Sometimes the gold finds the cutting room floor because it doesn't work with the edit. It's just that's the nature of the beast, man.
But let me tell you, drink a half gallon of milk, folks. Chug a half gallon of milk and see how motivated you are to move around, to walk around.
At least it was skim.
It was. It didn't taste good. That's the hard part.
Because whole milk tastes. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be whole milk, but give me like a 2%. Give me something.
Well, I was thinking of you and your pancreas at the time.
No, skim milk is like it's just watered down milk.
Did we talk about the Milk Olympics on this show?
Yes.
Okay.
It was quite a while ago.
It was quite a while ago. That was chugging an entire gallon of, and obviously we're all high schoolers, so we're, our bodies can take the punishments, right?
Sure.
But in under 20 minutes, I drank a gallon of milk.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Did it come back up?
No. Well, it didn't come back up, but boy, it went right through. The guy who won, because in the Milk Olympics, right, there were sprints.
Yeah.
There was relays.
Right.
So this was the marathon. The gallon of milk was the marathon. And someone finished it, and then it came up.
Oh, that's what happens.
There's pictures of all of this,
Your
too.
stomach can't hold that.
No.
No.
So he made the mistake of not eating anything all day.
That'll do it.
I had a huge breakfast. Mm-hmm. Absolutely huge breakfast. Little nosh for lunch, little nosh, right? And then 3 o'clock, school's out. You gotta. It's like man versus food, right? Adam Richman, who Facebook reminded me I met 2 years ago today. In fact,
that's great.
Yeah. At a US,
I remember that.
He's a big soccer fan, so we met at a big U.S. soccer event thing. And he would work out and he would eat the day of, like he wouldn't just, and it's like, okay, that's how those competitive eaters do. Have you ever seen a competitive eating event live?
I don't know. I've seen like a legit one. I've seen like at a fair or something,
So I've gone to 2 that are on the circuit, if you will.
Wow.
One of them was Nathan's, right? The hot dog eating contest at Coney Island, and that was just a circus. So I couldn't really see the close-ups of it. The other one I went to, which was the first event I ever went to, was probably in like 2005, give or take, on St. Patrick's Day in Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
It was the Corned Beef and Cabbage World's Championship.
Ooh.
So you know the look at you.
I want to compete.
Look at you. So no, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. How many pounds of corned beef and cabbage?
I don't know. I'd like to try.
Could you put down?
A lot.
Could you put down 6 pounds?
I don't know.
In 10 minutes?
Probably not.
No, you couldn't.
Let's put that as a challenge on the show next week.
So the guy who won it, the bus driver Booker, the big fat black guy from Brooklyn in the Nathan's competition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the one who won it.
Good for him.
Immediately ate 3-4 funnel cakes after.
What?
Like, he was like, I need dessert now. After eating 5 to 6 pounds of that stuff. It was insane. Maybe it was 20 minutes.
Wow.
Either way, though, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out after, like, a pound of food is a lot of food.
Yeah, but I can eat a pound of food.
It's a lot of food.
But you're a lot smaller than I am.
That's
I'm a large person.
Yes.
Who can consume
Yes.
large quantities. And let me tell you, I am nowhere near, thank God, the man I used to be in that respect.
No.
I could eat.
No.
I used to eat.
You could eat, you could drink, you could put everything in your stomach.
Yeah.
It was just a never-ending pit of fudge.
Oh yeah. A lot of fudge.
And so wait, back
really
to the
into
shirt
fudge,
though. Back
yeah.
to the shirt that you're wearing though. The fudge, because that's soap in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because he said
Fudge, and then yeah. And then
but it wasn't fudge.
No.
I said the mother of all swear words.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Frick. So the it's funny because he's sitting there like that. So there was actually a did I ever tell you this? I made I didn't make. I wasn't like, here, eat this. But there, I was involved in a child eating soap at one point. It was at a baby shower, and a friend had his very young son, 2-3 years old or something like that. And I thought that this very ornate soap, I was like, this has to be fudge. This has to be white fudge. So
You didn't even smell it. You just assumed.
Well, it was wrapped. It was like in a nice wrapper and this and that. So I gave it to the kid, and he took a bite of it. and I'll never forget his face. He takes the bite, and he's so happy, and then you just see the whole thing, just a 180, just a complete
melts.
180. And it's just like, oh, his day's not going that well anymore. And there's actually a picture out there. I'll find it for you. If I can find it, I'll post it on our social media of me literally wiping the kid's tongue.
Oh.
Because he was all
poor
foamy.
guy.
It was like, he looked rabid almost. Like, he was all foamy. It was hilarious.
That's outstanding.
It was hilarious. Yeah, that was. I'll never forget that one. I'll bring it up at his bar mitzvah. But what do white kids do? Well, they're Jewish kids are white. I'm white.
Yeah.
That was.
That was weird.
What do goy do? What did the goy boy? If you're a goy boy, what do you do?
Drink.
Oh, okay. I'll go meet him in the woods at some kegger at some point in time. All right. So look, we haven't been here in a while. There's a VM.
Oh, we have a flashing light.
We got a flashing VM
It's hit the machine.
on our voicemail line at 6317 Myke Mo.
6317 Myke Mo. That's Myke with a Y.
And if you haven't figured out how to spell my name by now, look at
They
your
might be new.
phone, or it's right there in front of them. Look at your
true.
phone.
That's true.
You had to see my name in order to do. So anyway, let's see what's going on here.
This is Liz. I know you've already talked about whether or not
Hi,
Die
Liz.
Hard was a Christmas movie, but now social media is asking the question, is Batman Returns a Christmas movie?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted your thoughts on that. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, so social media is not asking. Liz is asking.
Liz
So
is asking.
Let's respond. I don't know.
I
Is
think
it?
so. This
Yeah?
is my favorite Batman movie.
Mine's the original.
That's my favorite.
The original Michael Keaton, 1989 Batman.
Not the Adam West.
No.
Not the Adam West. Okay.
No, the original 89 one when they rebooted 20-something years after one had been done, which was the year I graduated high school.
Right, and I was 4.
Nice.
When you're 4, was that preschool?
I don't know.
I graduated preschool the year you graduated high school.
Nice.
Boy, how's that make you feel?
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing this is an asexual relationship, or things would get weird. Almost as weird as just saying that
What?
in the first place.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm just saying that's a heck of an age gap right there.
No.
That's a gold digging age gap right there.
No, not when I don't have money. You just love me for who I am.
So you're very snuggly. I'll give you that.
This
so,
is true.
Yeah, it's you make for a nice pillow and weighted blanket all in one. So
Not quite sure how to take that.
ladies, he's single.
I'm not quite sure
He's
how
single.
to take that.
He likes tacos and
I
campfires.
do like tacos and campfires. They're fantastic.
So and yeah, when you said the original, I almost thought you were talking about the Adam West, the original like 1960s.
Which is amazing.
It is for what it is, right? It's a cartoon. It's
funny.
a cartoon.
It's funny. It's great.
It is. It is the best. one of the best slapstick scenes of all time is him running around the dock with that big bomb. Yep. And he runs into the nuns, the marching band, the woman pushing the stroller, and just keeps bouncing in between these like 4 or 5 different characters. And it's just like, finally, it's like, dude, you're next to the water. Just throw it in the water. And he keeps like running in. Oh, it's amazing. You know what's always gotten me about that? The shark repellent spray in the front, by the way.
Yeah.
So shark repellent spray. He had all these repellent sprays in this helicopter,
which is smart.
Well, I mean, I guess you have all these repellent sprays for water-based creatures in an air-based vehicle, right? You'd think that there'd be like eagle repellent spray.
No, eagles don't attack a helicopter.
Well, you never know. Condor.
Not usually.
Pterodactyl.
Possible.
So he has this shark repellent spray, which should be used for an organic shark. Meanwhile, when he sprays the shark and the repellent spray, it falls in and explodes. It's a robotic shark. So why does this spray work on the robot? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If I went up to your Roomba and I sprayed it with mace, would the Roomba be like, I'm not vacuuming anymore?
Well, it might short circuit. You never know if there's a thing in there, even though it was in the water. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Just have fun with it, man.
It was in the water.
Just have fun with it. It was great.
Trying to make sense of the original Batman movie is kind of like eating soap thinking it's fudge.
Don't make fun of Batman in general, because if Batman in general is not something that could happen anyway. People can't take that jump off the roof with all the... And look, someone has to build all the stuff.
Yeah.
Someone would be like, that's Bruce Wayne that bought all that stuff. And then, boom, you're outed by somebody. This day and age,
back then it was tough, though. You couldn't just track receipts back then like that.
No, but someone would speak up. I'm just saying.
Maybe he bought it overseas. Maybe he went overseas. You don't know.
That's what I love in the new Batman.
Huh.
When the guy comes in, he's like, I figured it out.
Yeah.
I want $10 million. So you're going to blackmail the richest man you know, who's also the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Not a smart move. Not a smart move. Wait. All right. Original question. We get off on tangents every now and again. Is Batman Returns a Christmas movie? I think it is. I think it is.
The defining part of a Christmas movie, is it that it takes place at Christmas? Can you call it a Christmas movie?
That's the number one prerequisite, right? Does a Christmas movie has to take place at Christmas?
Has to,
right.
I would think, or the North Pole.
Okay, fair.
It could be at the North Pole in July. It can still be a Christmas movie.
Fair.
Or it could be a movie that involves Santa Claus or SantaClausCompany.com.
SantaClausCompany.com. Your number one place to get Santa videos and buy some soaps and candles. SantaClausCompany.com. Does SantaClausCompany.com? They're sponsoring the show this month,
whole
right?
entire month.
This whole entire month. Sorry, CVCC. So,
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the number one place to go play golf, meet your friends, grab a bite to eat in a COVID-safe environment. CandlewoodValleyGolf.com.
Now closed for the season.
Hey, but great place to go pick up your gift card right now.
Oh, okay.
Next year.
That's good.
Great holiday gift.
So, okay, there is that scene in the beginning of Batman Returns.
Hold on one sec.
With the Christmas tree.
By the way, if you would like to send a gift card to Candlewood Valley Country Club, you go to CandlewoodValleyGolf.com. You get the card. You send it to Myke and Mo. The bar is low at P.O. Box.
I don't have a P.O. Box.
Oh, you don't? Okay. At what address?
27 Main Street.
There you go. New Milford, Connecticut, 06776. You can send us a little gift card. Or send a holiday card.
I would love a holiday card.
Wouldn't that be great?
I would love a holiday card.
It can be a Christmas card. It can be a Hanukkah card. It could be a Kwanzaa card. It could be a Life Day card. Whatever works for you.
Festivus. Festivus card.
Festivus. Do you know what Life Day is?
I know it's no Festivus.
No. Life Day is what they celebrate in the Star Wars Christmas special. Life Day.
You know what? I actually saw it in the Lego one. We watched the Lego one with the kids the other day, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that was the thing.
Way off on a tangent, but go ahead back.
Batman Returns. So there's the Christmas tree scene, the tree lighting in the beginning, where the Penguin and his goons, his henchmen, if you will, they make a whole scene. There's a lot. I mean, there's a Christmas party in there. There's some Christmas themes with the whole orphan story.
Are henchmen paid well?
Oh.
Is it a career choice to be a henchman?
Yeah.
And then you hire, you're a henchman. We're going to fight Batman. You're like, dude, all the henchmen die fighting Batman.
How do you get that job? You just go onto Indeed.com and it's just like...
oh, look, Joker's hiring.
Yeah, you can work at the Purdue Chicken Factory or, the Penguin needs some fat man-baby clown-looking thing to shoot and kick into the sewer.
Burgess Meredith or Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
Love Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Burgess Meredith for me all day.
Danny DeVito. I just watched Throw Mama from the Train the other day.
I love Danny DeVito,
God, so
but
good.
as the Penguin, I got to go Burgess Meredith.
No, man. No.
Yeah. Oh, he's amazing.
No,
So
but
good.
Danny DeVito is like... Okay, hold on. Is Batman Returns a Christmas story? Let's figure this out.
I'm gonna
a
go
Christmas
ahead.
movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I haven't seen it in a while.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna say yes. It probably is.
That's the correct answer. Yes, it is. No,
Oh, thank you.
wrong button.
That's good. Thanks for laughing at me.
Yay!
Look, we agreed on something.
I think it is. I think it is a Christmas movie as well. Thank you for the call, Liz.
Yeah, Liz. Good to hear from you.
It's like because it's like there's other movies that take place at Christmas that might not be
Such
a
as?
Christmas like a Christmas movie.
Such as?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to because now I'm trying to think of like every movie that takes place at Christmas. Is it a Christmas like Home Alone? That's a Christmas movie.
It is.
Right?
But it's really weird that it is because it's very little Christmas involved. It's just the family left their kid.
But the premise is they go on
left the
a
country.
Christmas vacation.
What kind of mother is that?
Could
your wife leave one of your children at home because the rest of the family is getting together to go to France?
I don't have that many kids and nieces and nephews.
No, well, that's the whole thing. If there's a bunch of nieces and nephews, would your kid get lost in that? Wouldn't you think within like an hour?
Well, they did the head count, and there was the neighbor kid who was somehow there, and they thought that was Kevin.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Personally, no. I
mean, that's a really bad mom.
That's a bad move.
That's a bad mom and a bad dad. I'm
Yeah.
not putting it all on her. It's a bad dad and a bad mom.
Yeah. How come she gets all the flack? Why did she have to get in that car with John Candy?
She does. Gets all the flack.
He still went to France.
And that guy, didn't they both? I don't know.
They all came home. Early.
But the dad of that movie is a scumbag anyway.
Yeah.
He's the bad cop in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
That's the dad from Home Alone. So the guy's a bad dude.
Yeah.
We don't like this guy.
I mean, is he a worse dude than Joe Pesci?
Probably not. I mean, they don't. Why is it a competition? They're both pretty bad guys.
In that movie, though, he's no wet bandit. He's no wet bandit.
No, I'm just saying if they're from the same universe, then it's a really bad dude. That's how they afforded that giant house. You know,
which was on the market last year. I wonder how much that sold for.
He's a bad cop, and that's how he bought the big house.
Maybe so. That's a huge house.
Although that was in Chicago, Sopranos were in New Jersey.
That's right.
So he moved on.
There's mob in Chicago, right?
No, but Sopranos were based in Jersey.
Well, I know that.
So he took a job transfer as a cop from Chicago to Jersey.
You're combining universes here.
I am.
You're combining
totally.
universes.
Blowing your mind, aren't I? Blowing your mind.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
And what was the other guy? The other wet bandit? Daniel.
Yeah. Marv. I'm just going to call him Marv.
Daniel.
Because I know his character's name was Marv.
Yeah. He wasn't a bad guy.
No. He took the brunt of it, man. He stepped on a nail with his bare feet. That's the one.
I feel that.
That's the one, right?
I feel that, yeah.
Okay. So, if you were breaking into a house, which would you rather? Would you rather step on that nail with your bare feet?
B.
Or you'd grab the hot doorknob?
Rather grab the hot doorknob.
And be branded for life.
I've stepped on nails and glass and stuff, and that is just the worst.
What about taking the BB gun shot to the groin? Because that happens through the doggy door.
I've never had that happen to me. I can't assume that would be pleasant.
No, but would you rather have that happen? Shot at point blank range with a BB gun in the dick. Or
you're so graphic.
Step on a nail in the dick.
It's the BB gun? That's awful.
Yeah.
Welcome to our holiday show, folks.
Would you rather
yeah.
Step on that nail? Mm-hmm. No, which one was the worst one? Getting shot with
the fire to the head?
Fire to the head or paint can to the face? Fire to the head.
Fire to the head.
Fire to the head because he just ran out and put the thing
out.
I mean,
awful.
Honestly, the thing that hurt the least was just slipping down the concrete stairs on the ice.
That hurts.
It hurts, but that probably hurt the least.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, taking a paint can to the face.
So here's my question. Macaulay Culkin's not that busy. Why don't they make a sequel now where he's in the house as an adult? Would it be as funny as an adult trying to get these guys?
He's a weird looking guy.
He's a weird guy.
I don't know if I want to put him on camera. I don't know if I want to watch him when he's on camera.
Oh, we all want to watch him. He did like a commercial last year or something for Home Alone theme thing.
Yeah.
That was cool to see.
Yeah.
I love nostalgia.
There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of throwback.
Speaking of nostalgia.
Are we?
The kid from A Christmas Story. Number one, didn't like him as a kid. He was also Messy Marvin.
Yeah.
Right? I looked like him as a kid. The glasses, the toe head.
So does he look like you now?
No.
What's he look like?
You've seen him.
Have I?
Yeah.
What is he?
He's in the movie Elf,
Well,
which is another Christmas movie. How cool is that?
go figure. Well, that's a Christmas movie.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's no dispute in that one. That's like
Do you remember at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
When Will Ferrell is doing very poorly, and the supervisor elf comes over and talks to him. That supervisor elf is Ralphie. Look him in the eye.
No way.
Look at his eyes, and you will see that's Ralphie.
Oh wow.
And
okay.
that's so cool that he does another. He hasn't done movies in years, and he comes back and does that.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's also apparently good friends with like Jon Favreau. He's worked with him quite a bit. But how cool is that?
Interesting.
Like, come back to a Christmas movie. How great is that?
I like that. That's actually really neat.
A little something for you. A little something to chew on.
Yeah, I like that. There's Macaulay Culkin actually got married like 20 minutes away from here
Oh, really?
in Washington.
No kidding.
I happen to know somebody who did private security
Oh, nice.
and took some photos at that wedding.
No one asked me to do private security, though.
I'm just saying the statute of limitations has run out, but I'm still not going to give any names as far as who that person may
Off
be.
the air, you'll tell me.
Oh, it was my dad.
Oh, okay, fair.
But the statute of limitations has run out, so it's like, who's getting in trouble? That marriage didn't last. Damn it, Herb.
It's your fault, Herb. That's awesome. So are we at, we've had a good show here.
Yeah.
I want to talk about 2 recommendations.
You want to get to the recommendation part
I
now?
have 2 because it's going to take a little time.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
I get to give mine in between.
Sure.
Okay.
My number 1.
Go.
Hands freaking down.
Uh-huh.
The Mandalorian.
Oh, sure.
If you are a mild Star Wars fan, you will love this second season.
Yeah.
Second season's been amazing. There's only 3 episodes left. The 6th episode broke actually the day we're doing the show. I have not seen it yet. I'm bummed.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing such a great job of laying it out and bringing it back.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's all on Dave Filoni, he was the Padawan to George Lucas.
Sure.
And now he's so involved in the story. And then Jon Favreau, again, doing amazing work. It is so good.
Yeah.
And I'm so upset
Uh-huh.
that they're not putting them all out. You can binge it. It's like old school. You have to drool over waiting another week.
It's appointment viewing
Oh,
is what that's called.
Brilliant.
I have not watched the second season yet. I'm going to binge the whole thing when it comes out. The last episode, I'm going to watch the whole thing.
The very first episode, I was like, oh, cool, this is on tonight. I'm going to watch this now. And my jaw hit the floor. I fell over. I was so happy. I was so excited.
Well, that's because the leg of the chair broke.
That was a couch, and it held up.
And
But
it
anyway,
still broke.
shut up. So,
Damn it, lazy boy.
for those who have been watching, you know there's been some very, very significant stuff handed out. I am dying to watch the last 3 episodes, and there's talk of 2 spinoffs coming from this.
Ooh.
So I am so unbelievably...
I mean...
I don't remember the last time I was so happy with a show.
Well, this is the one thing Star Wars that Disney has touched that they didn't just butcher.
It's because they brought Filoni in.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The student has now become the master, if you will.
Yeah, the
right?
sequels were awful. I'm not a fan.
Oh.
I don't like the prequels. I don't like the sequels. But they're part of the... Whoa. They're part of the lore.
Sorry, my Instacart order, I had to approve a change.
Good on you.
Yeah.
So... it just picks up where it needs to be as far as the storytelling goes. And there's talk of a movie. There's talk of 2 spinoffs. So excited.
Well, one of the best movies to come out wasn't one of the new trilogy ones, right? Of the new Star Wars.
Which one are you talking about?
Right. So you have the
the 3.
You have the prequels, or the original 3, and then the prequels, and then
sequels.
the sequels, right? But there was a film in the middle there, wasn't there?
There were
a
couple.
Not Solo, the good one.
Rogue One?
Rogue One.
It's okay.
Better,
I don't love it.
Better
than the sequels.
Yes.
Agreed.
I like these canon stories within the universe that aren't trying to complete this other story that was completed very poorly.
But it is completing the story, though. It's bringing you back to a lot. And a lot of what The Mandalorian is doing.
It is.
They're bringing you back to something you probably didn't watch was Rebels or any of the Clone Wars.
I've watched the cartoons. Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. So
Excuse
if you
me,
watch
animated.
those,
Excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me, animated.
They're so important because that's the story being told through The Mandalorian as well. So if you know who those characters were and you're waiting to see if they show up, some of them do. It's outstanding. And if you haven't seen those, let's say you watch the original Star Wars, all 9 movies, you're okay, you're a little disenfranchised. Go back and watch Clone Wars. Go
Yeah.
back and watch Rebels, and wait for those characters to show because they're coming. And some have already been there.
I've seen this thing that is kind of like the definitive guide for the order in which you should watch Star Wars.
Ooh, what do they say?
So it's actually kind of crazy because they omitted episode 2 entirely.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really affect the story. Right? So basically, they
I've watched it recently.
They
by the
picked the order, right? They kind of did a little bit of a reorder.
Yeah.
And it's not all chronological.
Okay.
But, Rogue One's in there. Clone Wars is in there.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the new stuff isn't. Some of the old stuff isn't. Some of the old stuff. The prequels aren't.
Mm-hmm.
But the old stuff obviously is all in there, right? 4, 5, and 6. They have to be because that's Star Wars.
They're
right?
the best.
Yes. And they'll never be better than that.
No, Empire is one of the best movies ever made.
Ever made.
But what's great about it, and the reason I went back to watch the original 3 is I saw an interview with George Lucas.
Uh-huh.
Lucas was very involved in the storyline of the first 3. That was the story.
George Lucas was, yes,
Yeah.
very involved is an understatement
No,
of his involvement in the first 3 films.
I give that a lot more credit. That as much as I might not like them as much as people hate Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, you're saying episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Those
so not
3.
original. When you said the first 3 films, I thought you meant
Going back to 1, 2, 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. He was involved in telling his story and where the backstory came from and who those people were.
Yeah,
It's
like a
critical.
story consultant.
Yeah,
right,
but he was heavily involved.
Right.
And what I love is he's not thrilled with where it went.
Right.
But it's his story. So I respect the creator, the man who made the story. I respect that.
Yes.
The fact that Filoni is so smart in how he's taking things from there that we kind of need, things from 4, 5, 6 that we love,
A little smidge. Yep.
and he's splashing them in there, and you're going, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian is made like a film. It's not made like a TV show.
Honestly, most TV shows are being made like films these days. Yeah.
It's not like a regular TV show. It's not even like the cartoons which he was involved in, the animated series. But it made me go back and watch Rebels again. It made me go back and watch Clone Wars again because it's how much I love The Mandalorian.
There you go.
And I'll tell you, the first 3 episodes or so when it first came out, I was like, am I going to like this? I don't know.
Of season 1, you mean?
Of season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2, I can't get enough. Like,
Yeah.
when we're done with this podcast, and I know you have other things you have to do, I'm going to watch that episode.
Do it.
I'm going to.
Do it.
You're not going to stop me.
Do it. I'm not trying to stop you. Not trying to
All
stop
right,
you.
what's your recommendation, pal?
Do I have to go straight? Before I get into my recommendation, the show is still, we've got some time here.
Yeah.
The Instacart order that I put in right now just reminded me. I got an Instacart order like several weeks ago. And for those who are not in the know or who do not live in a highly populated area, Instacart delivers groceries.
They're wonderful.
They go to your Stop and Shop or Stu Leonard's or Costco. They pick up your order and they bring it to you, and you tip them. Yeah. We ordered bananas. We order bananas once a week.
Okay.
I got like the brownest bunch of overripe bananas
Really?
you ever, like, to the point where it's like, what was this guy thinking when he was like, those are the bananas that I'm going to give to these people? Like, was this a malicious banana?
Maybe they won't be home. They won't know.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm going to get them and then seed them.
Yeah.
Now, naturally, they say, oh, is everything all right? You can press a button. No, something's not right. And I got the bananas for free.
Right.
They were junk bananas. We just
Throw them away anyway.
Well,
you
we
making banana
baked,
bread?
and or banana ice cream is actually good. You can make an ice cream if you take an overripe banana, you puree it, and you freeze it. It actually comes out with an ice cream consistency.
I've eaten
it's
that.
really
It's really
good.
good. Yeah.
Really good stuff. What was this guy thinking? So now we always have to put in when we order bananas. It's notes. The note is, I don't want brown bananas.
Right.
Right. So the next time,
You get green bananas.
I got green bananas.
I'm getting so old I don't buy green bananas
So
anymore.
now the note, well, nice. The note is bananas, not green, not brown, just right. So now
Fair.
they send me a picture. So I have all these banana pictures on my phone now.
That's awkward.
Today's bananas were a little bit on the brown side. And I said,
They speckled.
are there any better? And they took a picture. They're like, well, there's these ones. But they're not organic. We ordered the organic one. These aren't organic. It's like it's a banana. It's a banana. Who the hell cares? I had a coupon for the organic one time, so we got the organic. If there's a skin, the organic thing is like whatever. You could spray the hell out of that thing because that skin's coming off, right? Strawberries, I like the organic. Because you're not peeling a strawberry. Although that'd be kind of weird. It'd be like that. Have you seen on TikTok? There's teenagers who are shaving their teeth, like Ferengi from Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh God, it's the worst thing. It's the worst trend ever.
Oh.
Look up a picture of that.
It's worse than Tide Pods?
Probably. There's a lot more long-term damage, I would think, unless you die. That's the only.
It's weird, man.
What are you thinking to shave your teeth down to spikes?
That's weird.
Like. That's gonna be a problem in the very near future.
They're not thinking.
No.
But I do enjoy the TikTok.
Yes, you do.
At Buckby.
Yes, you do. There's your plug. And if you enjoy the TikTok and you want to talk to us about it, you can call us on our voicemail line.
631-7-MIKE-MO.
631-7-MYKEMO.
That's a TikTok right there. We should make a song.
I mean, this podcast should have a TikTok.
Dance
probably.
to it on TikTok. We should have a TikTok.
Well, just change at Buckby to at Mike and Mo.
No, that's
so there you
mine.
Go. So my recommendation.
By the way, the link on at Buckby on TikTok is for the show.
Circle of Life.
Yeah. It's the circle of life.
So my recommendation here is. I actually watched this a couple days ago, and I just came across it. It was crazy. It's an animated film. By Sony in collaboration with Marvel called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think it was called?
Yes.
Have you seen this?
I've not seen the film.
I watched it because my older daughter, Diana, loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And we've been watching some of the older animated. There are a million animated series.
Spider-Man was a big deal.
So there was the one from 79, then there's the one from 81, then there was also Spider-Woman from 79, exact same premise.
Really?
Just happens to be a female.
Okay.
So there you go. And then there was one in the late 80s, there were like 3 in the 90s, 3 in the aughts, 3
and
in
now
the
the
teens.
Miles Morales.
And there's a bunch of them. But so I was like, okay, let's see what this is. I want to see if this is appropriate for the kid.
Sure.
Twasn't.
Really?
And was this Netflix or Disney
I think it's
Plus?
on Netflix. I don't know.
May have been Disney. No, it was Netflix. I don't think it was Disney Plus. All the Spider-Man cartoons are on Disney Plus.
Right.
But this was on Netflix, and it's really good.
Wow.
Like to the point where I was just like, I'm gonna watch the first couple minutes and see how this goes. And I was just like, boom. 2 hours later, I just watched a movie.
Wow.
And it was really good. It was really good. I recommend it.
It's been recommended to me on Netflix.
Oh.
I've gone past it. But now I will check it out.
Yeah, because when you see it's a superhero animated, like it definitely has a lot more. It's an adult. I mean, most comic books were not written for the kids.
Right.
Right. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were badass.
Oh, they were awesome.
Toidles. They would kill you. They'd kill you.
I used to buy that original comic. I don't know what happened to them, but I love those. They were great.
When they all had the red bands? Mm-hmm. Yeah, before they had all the colors and the pizza. Actually, no, they always were down on the pizza. They always loved the pizza, yeah.
But there was a place on Bank Street here that sold comics. I used to go in there.
I remember that. I used to buy my comic and my cards. It was Bank Street Cards and Comics, I think it was what it was called. Yeah, it was Bank Street Cards and Comics.
Yeah, and the guy who owned that is the guy that has pitched against us many times.
Who's that?
Bucky.
That's Bucky?
That was Bucky's shop.
I should ask if he remembered me.
Well, he doesn't remember me.
Oh, okay.
It was a long time ago, but who knows?
Yeah, I would go in there all the time.
That was my jam.
Yeah. Most shop owners wouldn't do this these days, but he had a lot of old baseball cards, and I'd be like, "Hey, could I see that Mickey mantle real quick? I just want to look at it." And it's just like, oh, here's a mantle from like 1951. Sure, kid, you can take a look. You want to learn about baseball card? Like nowadays, you go into a shop, you'd be like, get the hell away from.
You don't need to be near this
card.
Yeah.
You want a Mickey mantle? Give me the money.
I think it was
Show
FNS
me
Comics.
the money.
It was FNS Comics back in the day.
Maybe.
Before it became Bank Street Comics, yeah.
Yeah, Bank Street Cards and Comics.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they had sports cards there too. I still have actually a lot of Beavis and Butthead cards I collected from there as well.
You know who else owned a comic store? It was right on Bridge. There was one on Railroad Street for a little while too. Oh, this is great for everybody listening outside the area, but there was also one out there probably late 80s.
Is there a good story about it? Or
it's our friend Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Well, that was a poor 20 seconds of podcasting.
Well, it's for you.
What's your second recommendation?
Why are you going to get all pissy
What's your
now?
second recommendation, Mo? Oh, I'm pissy. I want your second recommendation.
That was a little bit.
I have to go soon.
High Intelligence.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Okay.
With Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, I love her. She's great.
I like her and I don't like her. Sometimes she's too far over the top. Kind of like people get upset with Will Ferrell. You go too far. She's not. And it's a good movie.
Okay.
The fact that I said I liked it so much, I waited a couple of days and I watched it again. I was like, I just want to watch it again. Did I really like this movie? The second time I watched it, and this is rare, I found myself laughing out loud watching a movie by myself.
That is rare.
No, you're like, haha, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like you're watching a movie, you're like, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
And you can say it like that. I found myself like, that's really funny.
Yeah.
And it's just dialed in as some. Was that a fart sound I heard?
No.
I heard a fart sound.
Well, you must. Are you farting?
I didn't, but I heard a sound.
Did one just seep? Did one just seep out?
Oh, I would feel it.
Like Rudy Giuliani?
I would know.
Just seep right out.
Poor Rudy.
Who's given grand jury testimony? I don't know what jury that was. Senate testimony.
He's an old guy.
He's just farting. That woman was just like, "What are you doing?"
If you don't know it, look it up.
Oh my God! Yes, yes. Google Rudy Giuliani fart.
So, yeah, the movie is really good. It's based in Seattle, which you never see.
Sleepless in Seattle.
When was the last time you called out a movie that's 30-something years old?
Damn.
Yeah, you don't see it that often. They're in Seattle. It's a fun movie about AI that takes over superintelligence and might be ending the world.
Oh,
and it's fantastic.
And
I highly, highly recommend watching High Intelligence.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And the co-star of the movie is a guy who I've said many times is kind of like your doppelganger in attitude in this movie.
Oh,
is James Corden.
Oh.
You're a little bit of James Corden going on.
I've heard that. I get A-list celebrities doing karaoke in my car all the time.
Sure. So
all the time.
Sure. But his attitude in this movie he's
the only thing that happens in my car.
Kids farting.
Yeah. Hey guys, Liz again. Recently, I had to transport something in my car that didn't quite fit, so it was hanging out of my trunk, and I only had one bungee cord available to use. So a little harrowing of a journey.
That's the best throwback ever. Oh, good show, man.
Oh, jeez. Bungee cord.
Love you, Liz.
That's never going to get old.
Nope.